Britain is one of the most important economic countries in the world, but its continued prosperity depends on the deepest mine in Europe. This mine will contribute more than $150 billion to the economy for 50 years. It is a huge and profitable project. But what is this mine that keeps the British economy up for billions of dollars, and how is such a deep and large mine being built? The mine is located near the hamlet of Snitton Rope in North York Moors National Park, Woodsmith mine. It will have two shafts that reach a depth of 1.6 kilometers, making them the deepest commercial mine shafts in the UK. The conveyor belt will run through a tunnel that will be the longest in the UK. The name of the project, Woodsmith Mine, was chosen in 2017 by Ceres Minerals, the original developer of the mine, to honor two geologists who played a key role in the discovery and exploration of the polyhalite deposit, Peter Walls and Rick Smith. The project was acquired by Anglo American, a global mining company, in 2020 and is now a part of the crop nutrients business unit. The polyhalite product, branded as a Poly4, will be sold to customers around the world as a sustainable and efficient fertilizer. The Woodsmith mine is said to be the world's biggest and highest-grade polyhalite project, with resources of 2.66 billion tons and a grade of 88.8%. The mine will have a production capacity of 20 million tons per year. If you have enjoyed the video so far, be sure to like the video because it's very important for us. The Woodsmith polyhalite mine is a complex and ambitious project that involves several stages of construction and operation. The construction phase began in 2017 and is expected to last until 2027. It involves digging two deep mine shafts near Snitton Rope, south of Whitby, using advanced shaft boring technology. The tunnel will be the longest in the UK and will be excavated by a giant tunnel boring machine. The operation phase is expected to start in 2027 and last for 100 years. The mine will use a continuous mining method where the ore is cut and transported by a conveyor belt to the surface. The ore will then be transferred by the tunnel conveyor belt, which will carry it to the processing plant. The processing plant will use a simple and low-energy process to crush and granulate the ore, without any chemical processing. The product will then be stored and loaded onto ships at the port facility. The Woodsmith polyhalite mine will use a special technology called shaft boring rotator (SBR) to mine in the deepest part of the deposit, 1.6 km below the surface. The SBR is a 60-meter tall, suspended shaft sinking machine with 12 work decks and 2 service platforms. A telescopic, boom-mounted cutting head is using to precisely excavate rock via partial face cutting method. The cutting head works in a cycle, starting each cut from shaft center to shaft wall, repeating until a layer of material is removed. The excavated material is transported by a conveyor belt to the surface. The stones that are excavated from the Woodsmith polyhalite mine are transported by a conveyor belt system that runs from the mine to the processing plant on the T side. The ship will then transport the product to customers around the world. The conveyor belt system consists of the two parts: an underground tunnel that carries the ore from the mine to the surface, and a surface conveyor that carries the ore from the tunnel exit to plant. The underground tunnel is 37 km long and 4.9 meter wide, and is being dug by a giant tunnel boring machine. The surface conveyor is 12 km long. The port facility will have a storage capacity of 300,000 tons and a ship loading capacity of 10,000 tons per hour. What do you think? How much this mega project will help the UK? Write it in the comments below. To go to the dip, the workers will use a hoist system that will lower and raise them through the shafts. The hoist system will also be used to transport equipment and materials to and from the underground mine. The hoist system will be installed at the top of the shafts and will consist of the head frame, a winding engine, a rope and a cage. The cage will be able to carry up to 45 people at a time and will travel at a speed of 18 meters per second. The concrete lining of the inside of the mine shaft and tunnel is being built by using different methods and materials, depending on the depth and pressure of the excavation. For the tunnel, a giant tunnel boring machine (TBM) is used to excavate and line the tunnel at the same time. The TBM is a 4.9 meter diameter machine that has a rotating cutter head that breaks the rock and soil. The excavated material is then transported by a conveyor belt to the surface. As the TBM advances, it also installs precast concrete segment behind it, which form a ring-shaped lining that reinforces the tunnel. The concrete segments are 1.5 meters long and have a different strength and reinforcements, depending on the pressure and the conditions of the tunnel. The project is expected to have a significant positive impact on the UK economy, especially in the regions of North Yorkshire and Teesside. The project will create thousands of direct and indirect jobs, both during construction and operation. The project will also generate billions of pounds in taxes and royalties for the UK government and boost the UK's export and balance of trade. The project will also contribute to the global agriculture industry by providing a sustainable and efficient fertilizer that can improve crop yields and soil quality. The project will also have a low carbon footprint compared to other fertilizers and help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. The Woodsmith polyhalite mine site is currently undergoing construction, and some of the main updates are: the surface shaft, which will provide ventilation and access to the mine, is now more than 360 meters deep and is being lined with concrete. The production shaft, which will extract the ore from the mine, has started sinking from 120 meters below the surface and is using a special machine called shaft boring rod header. The tunnel, which will transport the ore to the processing plant, has reached 18 km in length and is being excavated by a giant tunnel boring machine. The processing plant, which will crush and granulate the ore into the fertilizer product, is being built on Teesside, along with the port facility that will ship the product to customers. This new British tunnel can be considered one of the most important projects of the next few years in the UK. If you want to know about the mega projects of Britain and the whole world, subscribe to our channel and open the bell on the side to be informed about the next videos. And then stay with one of the biggest mega projects because it will really surprise you.